Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of So Not Scary. In the previous episodes, we learned how to draft a bodice pattern for a tunic top for ourselves. And today we're going to continue with that by making the armholes for the bodice along with the sleeves patterns, okay? So today we're going to learn how to make the sleeve pattern and the armholes for the tunic top that we're working on. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so in the previous episode, we learned how to make this slopey line for our shoulder. I've labeled it as the shoulder slope. And we also learned how to draw the chest line, and I've labeled it there, okay? And we learned how to connect the shoulder slope point with our chest line, okay? Now today, to make the armholes, this is the area that we will be focusing on, okay? Take your measuring tape and connect it with that point, which is the shoulder slope point, down to the chest line, okay? And just pinch your tape where it touches the chest line, okay? So I'm going to pinch it right where it touches the chest line. Now I'm going to fold my measuring tape in half where I pinched it, okay? And make a crease. And now I know, even without looking at the numbers, that that's the midpoint, okay? And I'm going to mark out the midpoint. There. I know that's the midpoint, okay? Let me label that for you. Now, from the midpoint, we're going to come in towards ourselves 3/4 of an inch, okay? So if I put my measuring tape there, I'm just going to mark out 3/4 of an inch, okay? There. Easy breezy with me so far, okay? Now that new point becomes our reference point for the front armhole, okay? Now this is what we have to do. We have to connect our shoulder slope point with that new point that we marked out towards the inside of the midpoint. Let's do that. Okay, and now we're going to connect this point in a nice sweeping curve and blend it with the chest line, okay? There is no exact science to it. If we have French curves, it's going to make life easier, but because I'm assuming nobody has French curves here, we're just going to wing it and try and do a good job with our freehand. Here we go. Okay, I am happy with that curve. So that's our front armhole, okay? Now what do we do with the back armhole? The back armhole is really simple. See that midpoint? We're just going to take that midpoint and blend it in a smooth curve with the chest line. Let's do that. There. Now let me just tidy it up and show you what that looks like. Okay, so I had to go over it a few different times to tidy it up, but I hope now you guys can see that that line, I've labeled it front armhole. It's deeper and more curvier, whereas this line, which eventually is called the back armhole, actually starts off fairly straight and then curves from the midpoint, okay? And that's our armholes done. Now this is the full bodice that we're working on. I'm not going to touch the necklines because dealing with the neckline right now is going to confuse all of us. So we're going to leave this as it is, and when it comes to actually cutting out the fabric, that's when we're going to deal with the neckline, okay? Now we're going to move on to making the sleeve pattern for our tunic. Let's do that. Okay, so now we're going to start work on the sleeves pattern, okay? Now earlier on when we were doing the bodice, we were only using a single sheet of paper. For the sleeves pattern, however, you need to have a doubled over sheet of paper. So here, my paper is actually doubled over. And like I told you earlier, this is an old part of an old chart paper, which is printed on one side. But really, there's a crease, and the crease is facing towards me, okay? And the open end is away from me, okay? I hope you guys can see that and understand. So now we're going to start drafting the sleeves pattern. The first measurement we need is the sleeve length. My sleeve length that I've chosen to keep is 16 inches. So I'm going to take my measuring tape, place it on the left edge of my paper, and measure out 16 and just simply mark it out. That's 16 inches right there, okay? So this is the full or total length of my sleeve, okay? Now remember, there was a measurement which said sleeve opening. That was the actual width or circumference of your arm where your sleeve ends, which was the bottom end of your sleeve. Okay, now you could actually take that measurement and add on the ease and make it a little more complicated and technical, or what you could simply do is just where you want your sleeve to be. So my 16-inch sleeve is sitting roughly over here. I figured I want my sleeve to be about this loose. So, okay, so when I now undo the tape from around my arm, I know it's 9 inches. Okay, what I'm going to do is fold it over like this. And now, even without measuring, although we all know it's 4.5, what we're now going to do is mark this out on the left edge of my paper. Okay, so that's my sleeve opening, okay, or the end of the sleeve. One universal measurement that we all use around the world is something called the cap height or the sleeve cap height, okay? And in technical terms, it's actually the distance between the edge of your shoulder down to where your bicep or the widest point of your arm is, okay? And it can vary from person to person. Now there are some universal sleeve cap height measurements, okay? And you can choose what suits you. For a person of a small size, the small size cap height is 3.5 inches. Medium is 3 3/4 of an inch, and large or extra large is about 4 inches, okay? Now, these are universal measurements. Now, I consider myself to be kind of like a smallish sized person, so I'm going to go with a 3.5 inch sleeve cap height, and this is what we have to do. You remember this initial mark we made for the sleeve length. We're going to measure inwards the sleeve cap height, whatever is yours. So mine is coming up to 3.5, so I'm going to place my tape there, 3.5, and mark that. Okay, that is my sleeve cap height measurement, this distance. Okay, now here I'm now going to drop a vertical. Okay, let's do that. Okay, and now this line is actually the line where my bicep sits, right? Now, do you remember in your measurements where the bicep used to sit? That measurement was called arm round, okay? My arm round was 12, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find 12 and now fold my tape in half. Okay, now we all know it's 6 inches, but if you're between numbers, this is an easy way to identify your midpoint. And I'm gonna mark this on this line. Now this is what you have to do. You have to remember how much ease you had left on your chest in the original bodice pattern. So I remember my ease was 1.5 inches, okay? So I'm gonna add on 1.5 inches to this point, okay? Okay, so that's my ease, okay? And now I'm going to connect this point to the sleeve end or sleeve opening point. And now what we're going to do is we're going to connect this point to this point. I'm going to take my measuring tape, okay, and place it on this slanty line, okay? And wherever it touches the end, I'm going to pinch it there, okay? And fold my tape in half, okay? And that's going to help me find the midpoint of that line. That's my tape folded in half. I'm now going to mark the midpoint of this line. Whatever it is, we're not calculating it, we're just marking it at the fold. That's the midpoint, okay? Now this is what we have to do. For the front sleeve, we have to make 2 curves, okay? One curve is going to come inwards from this line, and the other curve is going to go outwards from this line, okay? Now if you've got French curves, it's going to be a whole lot easier, but because we're doing this freehand to keep things simple, I'm just going to show you how to do it freehand. Now that is actually the curvature of the front armhole. Now what do we do about the back armhole? See this midpoint that we had marked earlier? we're going to measure out 1/2 inch from here. Let's do that. Okay, that's 1/2 inch out. Okay, that's 1/2 inch out. Now I'm going to connect this point to this 1/2 inch out point. Okay, nice straight line. And now we're just going to complete the curve by going in a nice smooth curve from this point all the way to here. Let's do that. Let me tidy this up and show you what that looks like. Okay, so I've tidied up the lines as best as I could. And now if I turn it this way so you guys can read it easily, you can see that that outer smooth line, which starts off kind of straight and then curves gently, that's the back armhole line. And then this S-shaped line which waves in and out, that's the front armhole line. Okay, now that is our sleeve pattern drafted. What we now need to do is cut out both the patterns, the sleeve and the bodice. Let me show you how to do that. We will always cut along the back armhole line first, okay, never the front armhole line. So taking a pair of scissors which are not meant for fabric, I'm going to cut along the back armhole line and then all the way down. Let's do this. Okay, so right now this is a double layered pattern. We're now going to open this up. Okay, and now just for this half, I'm going to cut along the front armhole line. Okay. There we go, and that's our sleeve pattern all cut out. Now let's cut out the tunic top pattern. Now here's our tunic top pattern. Cutting it out is going to be super easy. We're simply going to cut along the hip, the waist, the bust and chest lines, and then we're simply going to run our scissors on the back armhole line and then along the shoulder like that, okay? And it shouldn't be a problem at all because it's just one single piece. Let's do that. Okay guys, so that's your bodice pattern all cut out along with the sleeves pattern. Okay, now the only thing that we didn't deal with today is actually the necklines, and that's because so many different people work with necklines in their own individual ways. So if I were to talk about it today, it would get just super confusing even for me. Okay, so we're not going to touch the necklines today. In the next episode, we're going to talk more about that in greater detail and move on to the next step of making our tunic top. So if you did find this video useful, if you understood what I was saying, please do give it a thumbs up and share the tutorial with other sewists like you and me. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you guys soon. Bye.